developed by Undead Labs' State of Decay 2, is a popular zombie survival game that tasks players with building and managing their own community during the zombie apocalypse. By tasking players with the need to focus on resource management and base building, the game provides players with a unique blend of action-packed gameplay and strategic decision-making. There are only a few zombie games with base building that allow you to build a community like in State of Decay, and for that reason, it's one of the best. To survive, players must scavenge for supplies, recruit new survivors, and defend their base against unrelenting waves of the undead. State of Decay 2 also features a dynamic open world that players can explore in their quest for loot, survivors, and a new home. If you're looking for a huge open world to act as your apocalyptic playground, then State of Decay 2 is right up there as being one of the best zombie survival games that you can play on PC and Xbox. Perhaps in 2023 we'll see State of Decay 3, which we know is in development. If you're looking for a new zombie game in 2023, State of Decay 3 will hopefully be one of the best ones. Despite being nearly 10 years old, The Last of Us Part 1 is one game that you just have to play on PC in 2023. Set in a post-apocalyptic world that has been ravaged by a deadly fungus, players assume the role of Joel, a grizzled yet lovable survivor tasked with escorting a young girl named Ellie across the country in an attempt to find a cure for the virus. Along the way, players need to scavenge for resources, craft weapons and items, and fight off both infected creatures and hostile human enemies in order to succeed in their journey. With a focus on realistic and gritty gameplay, as well as featuring a truly gripping story, The Last of Us Part 1 is a must-play for fans of the survival genre. There are no zombie games that do atmospheric environments better than from this game. Dayz is one of the most popular zombie survival games and is often seen as being the pinnacle of the genre. The game has a strong emphasis on survival mechanics and is known for its realism and attention to detail that tasks players with maintaining their characters' health, hunger, and thirst levels. Not only that, but there is a complex medical system that adds a further challenge in surviving in this post-apocalyptic world. Players must also contend with the threat of other players, as the game is very heavily focused around PvP. Due to its open world and immersive gameplay, Dayz offers a unique and intense gaming experience. The game is known for its realistic graphics and attention to detail, which helps to bring the post-apocalyptic world. Days Gone is an action-adventure zombie game set in the Pacific Northwest. Players take control of Deacon St. John, a former outlaw struggling to survive in a post-apocalyptic world that has seen most of humanity wiped out by a mysterious virus. Players can expect to be scavenging for supplies, crafting items, and fighting off hordes of the undead. No zombie game has done hordes like Days Gone. The game features a vast open world, allowing players the freedom to explore a variety of environments and complete quests at their own pace. In addition to fighting off zombies, Deacon must also contend with other dangers, such as rival human factions and environmental hazards. With its immersive gameplay, stunning graphics, and compelling storyline, Days Gone has received widespread praise from gamers, despite gaining some lackluster reviews from critics. Project Zomboid is one zombie survival game that has experienced an explosion in popularity over the last few years. Arguably, that is because it has become known for its realistic and immersive gameplay, as well as its huge open world. In order to survive, players must gather resources, build shelters, and craft items in order to survive against the hordes of the undead. If you're looking for zombie games with a crafting system, Project Zomboid has you covered. The game also contains deep character development and survival mechanics, as players must maintain their health, weight, hunger, and thirst levels, as well as their mental state. With its immersive gameplay and open world, Project Zomboid offers a unique and intense gaming experience. It's also one of the few zombie games with vehicle gameplay, and with more updates and features planned throughout 2023, Project Zomboid should continue to go from strength to strength. The Last Stand Aftermath is an exciting action-packed zombie game developed by Con Artist Games. In this standalone top-down game, players take on the role of a survivor exploring the ruins of civilization as you scavenge for supplies to craft weapons and other items. Using stealth and combat skills to stay alive, players can even unlock powerful mutations to enhance their abilities. A cool feature of The Last Stand Aftermath is that when a survivor dies, players can start the game again as a new character with unlocks based on their progress from the previous run. Seven Days to Die is a zombie survival game set in a vast, yet fully destructible open world. Having been released back in 2013, the game has continued to be updated and has gone from strength to strength. From base building and crafting to quests and exploration, players will never be short of things to do in 7 Days to Die. In order to survive against the hordes of the undead that roam the world, players must gather resources, craft items, and build shelters. There's also a leveling system, allowing players to become more powerful and skilled the longer you survive. 7 Days to Die isn't just a single-player experience, however, as the game also allows you to team up with a bunch of friends so that you can survive the zombie apocalypse and build your own community together. Zombie games with co-op modes are hard to come by, but there are few that are more fun than 7 Days to Die. The Walking Dead: The Final Season is one of the best zombie games with branching storylines that you find. Based on the popular graphic novels of the same name, players take on the role of Clementine, who is a seasoned survivor tasked with navigating the dangers of this post-apocalyptic world that is filled with both the undead and the living. Featuring immersive gameplay, a heart-wrenching storyline, and rich character development, the final installment in the Walking Dead franchise is a must-play for fans of the series and zombie survival games in general. Unsurprisingly, the game was well received, with its emotional narrative and powerful character interactions being cited as particular areas of praise, thus making it a standout entry in the zombie survival genre.
What'd he teach you?
How to say goodbye.
Dying Light 2: Stay Human is a zombie survival game that places players in the shoes of a wanderer embarking on a quest to uncover the truth about their past. Set in a beautifully detailed and vast open world, Dying Light 2 offers up an immersive and atmospheric gameplay experience where danger lurks around every corner. Players must also improve their combat skills and parkour abilities to have any chance of surviving, particularly at night where the infected become more active and dangerous. This dynamic day and night cycle adds an extra layer of challenge and strategy to Dying Light 2. Unlike before, Dead Island 2 will take you to Los Angeles, where surviving is anything but easy. Not only do you have to worry about the zombie hordes going around, but you must also worry about the other survivors too. No matter who you fight, use whatever tools you can to beat them into submission. You can even use the environment to your advantage. It doesn't matter how you survive, so long as you survive. The Day Before is an upcoming MMO zombie survival game that is set in a post-pandemic America. In this world, which has become overrun by the infected, players will need to scavenge for resources and fight for survival against both the infected and other players, who will no doubt want everything you have. Game features a vast array of realistic weapons, as well as detailed vehicles that players can drive to explore the vast open world that contains multiple different biomes. The Day Before looks set to be a thrilling and challenging game that is sure to appeal to fans of the zombie survival genre. Hopefully, The Day Before will live up to expectations to be considered as one of the best new zombie games in this year.